What's going on, guys? It's Sunday morning. It's just about 11 a.m. I got a customer coming over. For a photo shoot. We're doing some family holiday portraits up against this backdrop here. I got a Kate backdrop, one of those decorative, festive kind of themed ones, along with a couple of props I had lying around the house. It makes for a nice setup. Like I said, it's 11 a.m. I just had some coffee. I steamed out the backdrop, and my customer should be here any minute, actually. So I'm gonna get this going and then kind of start the day. I have to go down to the firehouse or something going on over there. So I'm gonna take a few pictures. And after that, honestly, I don't know what's going on after that, but I guess we'll figure something out. So let's get the day started.
See, you know your penne is good when it sounds like mac and cheese. You know what mac and cheese sounds like.
I don't want to include this in the video.
Today was, I don't want to say it was a boring day, but it wasn't super eventful. It felt like one of those simpler days in December, you know? Feels like I did a lot, but also not that much. But sometimes those are the days that kind of make the best memories, so it's pretty cool. After my photo shoot this morning, I went over to the firehouse, and the kids were there having hot chocolate and doing arts and crafts, and Santa actually came by and dropped off some presents for everybody. And somehow I wound up making balloon animals for everyone, which is a thing that I do, I guess. I never really talk about that, but I know how to make balloon animals. I cannot make a unicorn, I'm gonna be honest, I tried.
The mac and cheese look good.
And all the while I was vlogging and making content and taking pictures, and I was using one lens, which is this one here, the 24mm 1.4 lens. And I think this might be my new favorite lens. So let's talk about it. Like I said, I've been using this lens a lot lately because it's a really good focal length for vlogging. It's not too wide to the point where you're getting a bunch of like distortion, but it's perfect for things like general content and storytelling and, you know, handheld shots and things like that. And naturally with that 1.4 aperture, it lets in a ton of light. So you're getting that really clean, shallow depth of field with all that, you know, creamy bokeh, as they say, to really separate your subject and make everything look kind of cinematic in a way. Even if you're just, you know, filming kids painting trees on paper plates at the firehouse. That being said, there wasn't that much light in the firehouse, so the 1.4 really came in clutch. Now, the downside to shooting at a 1.4 is that at times it lets in a little too much light because naturally, if you're outside and you want to follow that 180 rule, you don't want to raise your shutter speed past 50, assuming you're shooting at 24 frames per second. Now, if you don't know what the 180 rule is, drop a comment down below and maybe I'll make a video about that. But assuming you do know what it is, you know what I'm talking about. That being said, that's where this here comes in. This little, hold on, my arm's still jacked up. This gold ring right here. That is my PolarPro PM VND filter, otherwise known or formerly known as the McKinnon Variable Density filter, which is a mouthful, but really it's just a filter. It's basically just sunglasses for your lens, and as you rotate it, it gets darker so that you can allow less light to pass through the lens. Now, here's a pro tip. I know it looks kind of cool on the end of the lens there with this nice gold accent, but this filter doesn't actually fit on this lens, which is why if you unscrew this here, you'll see I have another kind of filter on there. And this one here is what's called a step-up ring. There's no glass, you see? It's just a filter that goes on top of the lens to adapt a bigger filter onto it. Because when I got that filter, it's pretty expensive. So I got it in a bigger size so that I could put it on my bigger lenses, but if need be, I can adapt it to smaller lenses like this 24mm with this very cheap step-up ring. All that being said, it doesn't really matter if you're using Canon or Sony, EF or RF, 1.4 or 2.8, although I would recommend the 1.4. A 24mm lens is a 24mm lens, and it's a great focal length. We can talk about the details about what's sharper and what's better and what's, you know, build quality and vignetting and all this stuff, but ultimately, it's a good lens. And I understand that not everybody can go out and spend thousands of dollars, and not everybody wants to have pro quality glass and things like that. And that's fine. We're not all looking to take, you know, perfect magazine cover portraits and make movies to pitch to a streamer online. Some of us just want to clip making a balloon animal at the firehouse for kids. So whether you've been doing this for years or you're just now starting off with content creation and photography, ooh, I didn't like that. The 24mm might be the lens for you. It's something that'll change the way you approach content or photography or whatever the case is. It's a very unique focal length, and being locked in at 24mm, not having the option to zoom at times, opens up a lot of creativity. So definitely check this one out if you're interested. I'm gonna drop some links down below, both for this lens as well as the cheaper 2.8 version, as well as some links for the step-up rings that I use and the neutral density filter, which if you're doing video is a must. If you're doing photography, you know, it's nice, it's good to have. You could just get a regular neutral density filter, but truthfully, even if it's for photography, I'd still get a variable one, personal opinion. But yeah, so if you liked the video, guys, make sure you hit that like button, consider subscribing, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite focal length is. What lens are you using on a regular basis? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
It's time to go down the stairs.
Can I take you?
What? Yeah, go.
What are you doing?
Go!
Whoa!
Oh, it's actually really fun.
Oh,
Really scary.
I never know how